Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground is brought to you by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Production funding for Common Ground is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Hi, and welcome to Common Ground. I'm your host, Ashley Hall. Common Ground captures the creative process of various artists living throughout our region. We're delving into the veiled history of our area, plus we take you inside the cultural events that put the North in North Country. On this week's episode of Common Ground, we're taking the time to remember and appreciate the works of the late Eugene Dalzotto. Catch a glimpse of the Whitefish chain, antique, and classic woodboat Rendezvous. Plus, Duane Shoup of Shevlin shows us the process of creating a rustic rocking chair.
Hello, I'm Duane Shoup, American craftsman. Welcome to my wood shop, and today I'm going to show you how I'm making a freeform rocking chair. I'm heading to the bandsaw, and I've got this piece of walnut that I'm going to split, which would be one of the initial phases of producing raw material for this project I want to make. There's what it looks like when it comes off the saw. This is the inside of a small piece of walnut, which usually gets thrown in the chippers or in the brush pile and burned up. Except I was seeing something there that I think is going to look pretty cool in a piece of furniture. And now I'm going to show you how I've incorporated something similar into the rocking chair that I'm working on. These are the arms, and that was at one time one piece. Similar curve going on there that I've split. And after I split it, I took some more material out, so I got a nice little curve going on there. So I want to make it comfortable for the arms to sit on. Also, I've also done basically the same thing with the back slats. There's two matches here and then one in the middle that by itself. And I've also bent them in a form, and I'm going for some lumbar support. Comfort. I'm looking for comfort. Okay, next I have the seat. Walnut. I've glued up several different blanks to get this width and this size, and I've also sculpted it. There again, I'm going for that comfortable piece of furniture to sit in. Okay, here's my front leg. This is called a dado rabbit joint. It fits into the seat. So, like this. Yeah, I've got support struts that go underneath the chair for strength. And there I got a nice little curved piece of small walnut off the limb structure. And I've got a real tendon joint on there and a real mortise in the leg. Fits in there like that. Same with the back. Okay, there we have our legs attached to our seat. And next I'm going to put the back supports in. I've looked for something that's kind of complementary, how the natural shapes fit together. This is what I came up with. And it's a bit of a challenge to get that incorporated into the back of a chair. Not only that it has the right spacing, but it's also you're gonna sit in this thing, and the challenge is to make it comfortable to sit in and still use these kind of natural parts. Okay, so there, I put the back in. Get things turned here. There's my back slats. I think I got a pretty pleasing design going on there. And then you can see it this way, how I've got that curve in the lumbar that's gonna make it comfortable to sit in. Here's one of my arms, the left arm. Right arm. And here's how I'm going to attach the arm to the front leg with a dowel pin. It'll in itself be another tendon joint, wood into wood, which will fit in there like this, so. And it's going to be a wedge tendon. Have a little walnut wedge here. That when I'm gluing it up, I'll drive that in there, which spreads the dowel pin and makes it impossible to come apart. Now, it's starting to look like a rocking chair. I started as a furniture maker doing rustic furniture, pretty rough stuff. And over the years, I've kind of refined my art and my skills, and I'm doing pieces that are quite a bit more finished. But I'm still incorporating nature into what I do. I still like to get all these natural curves and bends and accents that only nature can throw at you, and it's all different. Each one's going to be a different piece. So each piece I make is a one-off piece. I can't duplicate it if I wanted to. Nature never throws out the exact same thing 2 times in a row.
I'm Dennis Madigan, co-chair with my wife Judy of the Whitefish Chain Antique and Classic Wood Boat Rendezvous. This is our 23rd year. My wife and I have been co-chairing this for 18 years. The boat show actually started in 1988. My cousin and his wife, Ginger Harrison, they started the show, and we took it over 5 years later and have been enjoying the beautiful setting here in Moonlight Bay in Cross Lake, Minnesota. This is really a community event. Today we have over 70 boats here at the show. We have boats from $1 million on down. We have great user boats, and we have all kinds of boats here. We've got ski boats, boats that I call memory lane. It's the kind of boats you look down and you say, you know, my grandpa had a boat like that, or the neighbor had a boat like that. I used to ski behind it, or I learned how to ski. And then we've got the other kind of boats that just say this, boy, when I win the lottery, I'm going to buy one like that, because yeah, we do have $1 million boats here also. We also have the International Boat of the Year here. This year, it was last year, named by the Antique and Classic Boat Society at their international convention. And we've got good old user boats, we've got canoes, we've got rowboats, we've got launches, we've got twin engines, we've got 28-foot boats that sat on the back of a yacht in the Mediterranean. We've got plenty here to see at beautiful Moonlight Bay. If you can't make it, it's always the 4th Saturday in July next year, and every year thereafter, God willing, and the creek don't rise. Being asked, you know, what is your favorite boat? The nice thing about this boat show for me is that they're all my favorites, because there's such a variety. I mean, you're going down the line here, and you see boats with 17 coats of hand-rubbed lacquer, sanded down to 2,000 grit sandpaper. And next to that, you might see a 45 horsepower outboard Johnson that, you know, you saw on the lake when you were a kid up here. There's every kind of boat you can imagine. There's Garwoods, Hacker Crafts. There are boats I never heard of. In fact, we got some new ones here this year. I thought, what kind of boat is that? We've even got some boats with flat bows. I mean, it's not the point, it's flat. All kinds of them. You just got to take them all in. When you're dealing with an antique or classic boat, you're dealing with wood. And it takes a lot of work to keep them in the condition that they're in. There are some boats that they actually have employees that do nothing but work on their boats. We have a lot of boats where the skipper themselves work on the boat. They start from scratch and build it. They tear it down, they rebuild it, they finish it, they do the whole boat themselves. And it's a labor of love, believe me. Because some of them work on these boats 3 years or more to bring them, and they're just pristine boats. Well, last year we had 12,000 people at the boat show. That was the estimated crowd. The lines already this year have started about an hour and a half earlier, so I think we're going to have more than that. They come from everywhere. We have license plates. We went out and just looked at license plates. Texas, Arizona, Florida, Canada, Kansas, Washington State. So anyway, you know, they just come from all over, and young and old, and people that have never owned an antique boat, have never been involved with it, but they just come to see the boats, and then others who might have had one or dreamed of one. There's just a lot of everything, and it's fun to look in the parking lot and see what we have. Now, I have a 1949 Chris Craft, and it is all 100% original. The engine is 1949, 95 horsepower, and yet my cousin has a 1953, but he's got a big Chevy engine in it, a newer, you know, motor, and you have both. There are those that like to kind of be the purists, and I'm not quite the purist, but everything on my boat is original wood, original motor, original everything, and a lot of them are that way. Others, probably the wood and all that is restored, and that would be like the original boat, but sometimes the mechanical end, they enhance it or improve it. We believe that every boat show in the country contributed to the history of these boats. We had a boat here last year, and the name of the boat was Reprieve. The man had major medical problems and was going to die, and he didn't. And when everything worked out, he turned to his son, he says, we're going to restore the boat, and we're going to call it Reprieve, because I got a reprieve on life. Now that boat's going to get a reprieve back to the historical boat that it was in the original state. Last year it was here, and I think next year they're bringing it. They brought a different boat this year. But to restore the history, and we have a lot of young people now participating and bringing boats. And that's important that we get them involved, and not just the old timers, but you need to pass this on. It's a part of our history. Well, the first thing, they better have a lot of patience, and they need to make some contacts with people that have restored boats to get a lot of help. And there's people all over the country that can help, you know, people do that. It's usually a long process, but it's one that everyone that has done it has said, boy, was it worth it. To be able to take, and they'll bring pictures of when they started a restoration, and then you look at it again and you say, wow, that's what that was? And then you see it now and it's like, I can't believe it looks like that. A lot of work, a lot of time, and you know what they say about boats? They're nothing but a hole in the water you pour money into, but you know it's worth it. We have the People's Choice Award, which all of the public that comes, it's 12,000, they get a chance to vote for their favorite. Then the top award is the Skipper's Choice, and that's where the skippers themselves go around and evaluate all the boats and decide what they think is the best boat in the show, and that's our top award. But then we have another 12 awards that deal with utilities under and over 20, utility boats under and over, outboards, fiberglass, different kinds of boats. We also have a Grand Marshal Award that flies our pink bloomers, which are our official flag. And that started in 1989 when a guy left some pink bloomers on a dock, and as a joke, we made it our official flag, and we've been flying it ever since. We have a Founders Awards, special awards. Well, the show starts at 9 every year, 4th Saturday of July. It ends at 4. At 4 o'clock, we ask the skippers to start their engines, and they all crank them up. They go out into Cross Lake from the bay, and they form up and do a flyby at full throttle back through the bay in front of the docks for everybody to see the boats up and running.
The show started in 1988. First year we had 12 boats. It was fun to be part of the beginning of this thing, and been here most years since. We now have, I think, 74 boats here today. Thousands of people show up on a beautiful day, and it's turned into a really nice event for the community. Well, I've kind of been around the lake most of my life, and when I was a kid there was an awful lot of mahogany boats running around. It was kind of neat to remember how things were back in those days. I was fortunate to come across a boat that was significant to the area, so it's been a lot of fun being part of that. I have a 1949 22-foot Chris Craft Sportsman that in years past carried the mail on the Whitefish chain. I found the boat decrepit in 1992, spent a few years getting it restored. It's now back at the boat show every summer. This is its 5th show. Boats built today might be a little more convenient in some ways, but they don't sound or feel the way that the antiques do.
This year I brought a 1969 Riva Super Aquarama. It's 29 feet long. It's an Italian boat. It has 2 engines, 2 454 Crusaders. It's all African mahogany. The other boat I brought is a 1931 D White 17-foot split cockpit, which is a beautiful little boat. And was made by the Dwight Lumber Company in Detroit, Michigan. And they made a few boats, and so that's what I brought this year. I've been participating in the show almost since it began, and I've seen it grow over the years into really what I believe to be a significant show. And I've been to a few around the United States. The level of boats at this show, I think, is exceptional. Great diversity of different types of boats. So it's been a great experience. These boats are historically significant, of course, and there's a great nostalgic appeal. I think by restoring these boats, where we realize that we're all just temporary curators of these boats, and I think it's a history well worth preserving.
We hope the public enjoys what we're doing. It's a labor of love, but it is love and it is labor. And we enjoy it, and we're glad we can still do it.
I've asked Jason if he'd be willing to come and say a few words. Jason Clark is the visual art print teacher here now at Village Estate. But I think no one else would be better to speak towards the printing process that we are witnessing here, but also maybe say a few words about Gene's mastery of those processes.
Like Patrick said, I had the honor of Laura and I going through Gene's work and just looking through the enormous amount of work that he produced throughout his life. And I was completely floored by not only the amount, but the quality and the diversity of the work. When we started looking at the work and started thinking about what we wanted to put into this retrospective, I was thinking about it, and I believe Laura was too, from an educational point of view. And so we were looking not only for works throughout Gene's career, but also works that would be able to instruct not only the public, but the students that go here too. And so that was one of the big ideas that I had when we started selecting the work. A little bit of background on printmaking. Gene came out of this art history time studying under Lazansky when printmaking specifically was going through a shift. It was no longer each individual process was a unique entity unto itself. Through Lazansky and through these first generation students of his, printmaking started being something more than just etchings or just engravings or just relief prints. They started crossing over and they started doing etchings along with engravings. They started doing intaglio engravings and then doing relief processes over the top of that. And there are quite a few examples of that that really, really excited me when I saw these. This is the first generation of that going on. To talk about these processes, before these talks today, I thought that Gene had been doing these engravings his whole entire career. The whole process of engraving is incredibly difficult to begin with. These are metal engravings, they're done on copper. You're using a burin. It's a little tool, and I have some of them that I placed out by the plates. You're physically gouging into the metal and removing metal from the plate. You're carving into metal. And for him to do this after he retired is just, I think, amazing. It's hard enough to do it when you're 22 years old. Along with these engravings, he also, there's several examples of experimental processes within the etching field where he's taking different grounds, he's taking different textures, he's pressing those into the plate and then putting that plate into the acid and letting the acid etch into it to create these wonderful textures that you see.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that you enjoyed the show, and we look forward to seeing you next week right here on Common Ground. If you have a segment idea for Common Ground, please contact us at legacy@lptv.org or call us at 218-333-3022. Individual segments or copies of Common Ground, please call 218-333-3020. Production funding for Common Ground is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. If you enjoyed this segment of Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground, consider making a contribution at lptv.org. If you have segment ideas pertaining to North Central Minnesota, contact us at legacy@lptv.org. Common Ground is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund by the vote of the people on November 4th, 2008.